Okay, so you might know her from the Real Housewives of New York City, but there's a lot more to Dorinda Medley.
She's joining us now to talk about her new book, Make It Nice. Hi, Dorinda. How are you?
Hello.
How are you doing? Yay! It's out. It's out. We finally birthed the book. And see, I've got a great moment here. There's the painting and there's the painting.
All right.
Yeah,
we got it here too.
Yep.
We love it. All right. So it was season 9, episode 9. I cooked, I decorated, I made it nice. Did you know you had something when you said that?
Well, you need to say it with a little bit more enthusiasm than that. I mean,
I love it.
I don't think it's going to go viral if you say it like that. No, listen, at the time, I think Make It Nice is a sentiment. And I think it sometimes describes good things and sometimes it describes not so good things like being fed up or just getting stuck. And you have to just keep making it nice.
Absolutely.
I like you can hear there's a little bit of attitude underneath there too, right?
We love it.
Yeah.
I cooked, I cleaned, I decorated, I made it nice.
There it is.
There you go.
All right. I want to give a quote out that you had mentioned. I think this was to Entertainment Tonight. Anyone that says anything about Housewives, it takes some very brave women to put themselves out there like that. Remember, we put ourselves out there for you, the world, to do whatever you want with. And if you're too honest, if we're too honest, you're upset. If you're too secretive, you're upset. If we smudge the truth a little, you expose us. So it takes a really brave woman to go out there and do this. Thank you for saying that, because I don't think people get that. Some people don't get the franchise, yet we do.
I agree. I double down on that one because it is, you really are, you don't know the intensity. You know, we film for 4 months. We film every day, 5 days a week. And of course, then they can only show so much of it. But once we're done filming, it is given away to the world. And, you know, a lot of people have to sit back and make judgment, but it is quite, an exercise in revealing yourself.
Yes.
And you learn a lot and you have to grow a thick skin. And you got to take the good with the bad. But you know what? The great thing is about, anything with TV, they love you one day, they hate you the next. They hate you one day, they love you the next. So you just got to stay on that roller coaster because it always turns.
It's very, I think
absolutely.
We
know that for sure, right?
Yeah, we do. So I love at the end of every chapter, you have like a saying, an expression, a quote. For example, if you don't know yourself, no one will be able to know you. You know, a lot of these sentiments, do they help you get through day to day?
Well, I grew up in a household with a wonderful woman, Diane Sincala, and that's where all my Dorinda-isms come from. My mother always had something a little saying to get you through the day if you're going through something bad. Even when I was put on pause, everyone thinks you're going to be so brave about it. I ran over to my mother's and bawled my eyes out, and she said, if you know now what you know today, you'll write a thank you note. Great things are going to happen for you. And that's it. I'm like, okay, I can take that and move forward because that's what you have to do. In life, it's important to, when you are presented with a roadblock, to just sort of figure out a way to get around it, look at it as why it happened and grow from it. And I think in each chapter, you can see there were a lot of wonderful things that happened, a lot of incredible life and experience, which was so much fun to review, but also that sometimes I did hit roadblocks and I had to just kind of pull up my bootstraps, keep on going and use this wonderful foundation of being raised strong and loved and knowing that, I always have a home to come back to keep myself going.
Your mother said also about having Richard for a set period of time in your life was so profound. What she said, she's like, you had him for 8 years and you should look back on that and revel in that.
Well, what she said was, it was really interesting because I was starting to, we can all, of course, I was in a very sad place. And my mother said, if he came to you 8 years ago and said, I'm going to be with you for 8 years. We're going to have a wonderful life, the memories. I'm going to love your daughter like my own, but then I have to leave. She said, would you take him? And I said, yes. She goes, well, that's what you got. Mm-hmm. And it's funny. My mother just accepts life. You know what I mean? She accepts it as a whole, not as, sometimes we always think that we deserve good, right, best all the time. But sometimes life is filled with a quilt filled with many colors, good, bad, dull, happy. But collectively, the quilt of life should be, attractive.
Yeah, I love that. And what I also think, we're going to learn about Dorinda Sincala. I hope I got your last name right. Dorinda Lynch, Dorinda Medley, and then finally just Dorinda. We get to
Yeah.
know you as a person, which is so awesome for you to put this down in words.
I think so too. And we were talking about it because it seems almost as if your roots in the Berkshires, Massachusetts, to New York, it looks like you manifested
it.
everything.
Yes, and I believe in the whole manifesting. And I love that song. My mother used to sing it in the kitchen all the time. What just makes that little old ant think she can move a rubber tree plant? So I love that kind of idea that if you just keep pushing and stay strong and stay focused, and for me, my family, my religion, my bonds with my friends and people are very important. And I surround myself. My mother always says, "Show me your friends, and I'll show you who you are." So I think it's very important to keep that in mind as you're growing in life. Who are you surrounding yourself with?
Well, we'd like to surround ourselves with you. If you're ever in Connecticut, please stop
come
in.
hang out.
Come hang out with us. The book, get the
Thanks
book.
for having me.
Nice.
Hang on, let me do it. Make it nice.
There it is.
There you go.
Thank you, Dorinda.
Medley, thank you so much. Pick up the book.
What a great interview. I love her.
Awesome. Yes.